Hey Magic fans, and welcome to the Let's Talk Magic podcast game day preview. Game day number 48 for the Orlando Magic, and we're talking about the Magic going into the San Antonio Spurs. It's a battle of two of the best number 1 picks in many a year. It's going to be a matchup to be really interested in seeing. Venue is the Frostbank Centre tonight in San Antonio, Texas. UK tip time is 1 a.m, 8 p.m. in Orlando, and 7 p.m. in Texas. To watch here in the UK, you're going to need an active NBA League Pass subscription. Okay, on to the Magic. And first of all, we are at a 24-23 season record. We lost our last game and are 3-7 in the last 10 played. On the road, it's a 9-16 record, and we stand 8th in the East, tied on the same record as Miami, who are in 7th, but as they hold the tiebreaker, they are out in 7th at this moment in time. We are conceding 111.2 points per game and scoring zero point 0.5 of a point more per game at 111.7. Offensive rating is 24th, and defence we are at 4. Last time in out for Orlando, we played the Dallas Mavericks, and it was a heartbreaking road loss by 129 to 131, and it saw the Magic really play a disastrous third quarter, but equally we were on the wrong end of some very dubious officiating. But I'm not going to go into that. That's all over the place. That's on the internet plenty if you want to see more about that. It looked like the Mavs had won the game with Luka Doncic living at the line late, and he put them 3 points ahead. Dallas were intentionally fouling and preventing us getting a 3 point shot off. However, the Magic engineered a chance to win at the buzzer, thanks to an on-purpose miss by Paolo Banchero. Having made the previous free throw, we were just 2 down. We had 3.1 seconds remaining. The ball landed with Franz Wagner, and he got up a potential game-winning 3-pointer from about 30 feet out, something of that nature, and it unfortunately rimmed out. It was a really good effort, really good shot that was contested. We were unlucky there. We held a 16-point lead at half time, having scored 77 points, which tied a season high for Dallas, having conceded in a first half this season. And what ensued was a disastrous third quarter performance. Dallas outscoring us by 35 to 12 points. Final period was about as exciting as basketball can get, in all honesty. Multiple ties in the score and lead changes. Paolo Banchero, sensational outing, racking up 36 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. Franz Wagner finished with 21 points, and rookie Anthony Black had probably one of his most impressive performances of the season in front of his home crowd. Got 20 points on 7 of 9 overall shooting, and he hit 4 of 4 on 3-pointers. Yeah, unfortunately, Luka Doncic showed his absolute quality in that game, leading all scorers. The starting unit we had was very big, making his first start since January the 1st, 2020. Jonathan Isaac joined Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. From the bench, we saw Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, Moritz Wagner, and Joe Ingles. They were the core. Chuma Okeke, he saw 10 minutes of action, and Goga Bitadze came on for the final 3 seconds of play for that deliberate miss, hoping to grab a rebound. Trevelyan Queen, Caleb Houston, and Admiral Schofield were all available but did not play. As to tonight, Markelle Fultz is again available, as is Jonathan Isaac. Gary Harris is again out, 14th consecutive game with a calf injury. Jet Howard, unavailable G League assignment, and Kevon Harris, as always, listed as G League 2-way out. So Coach Mosley could return to his preferred starting option with Markelle Fultz. However, it could be interesting to see if the coach does find a way to implement the exceptional defensive abilities of Jonathan Isaac into that starting 5 as a foil to Victor Wembanyama. Now on to the Spurs. Season stats, they are at 10-37, lost their last game, but are 3-7 in the last 10 played. They sit last in the West, 15th, scoring 112.9 points per game, so quite similar to ourselves, but conceding a much larger 121.4 points per game. Offensive rating of 27th and defensively 25th. At home, they are 5-18 this season, but this team takes a lot of shots. They take the third most shots per game in the NBA, 91.3, and they move the ball and rank third in assists. Aside from blocks, the defensive stats are virtually all in the bottom third of the league, but clearly it's all eyes on the season's #1 pick, Victor Wembanyama. Without doubt a generational talent, averaging a double-double in his rookie season, 20.6 points per game and 10.1 rebounds. Throw in 3.1 blocks. You can understand why he's their lead threat. You can't, however, ignore the scoring contributions of Devin Vassell, 18.2 points per game, and Keldon Johnson. Last time out, Spurs took a home loss 118-113 to the Washington Wizards, January the 29th. They've had a couple of days off, same as ourselves. Devin Vassell led the Spurs with 24 points. Wembanyama, 24, put up 23 points. Made a mistake here, 23 points, I think it was. 11 rebounds for a double-double. He also made 3 blocks. Trey Jones dished out 8 of that team's 31 assists. And the bench was led by Jetty Osman with 20 points. Devin Vassell, Trey Jones, Jeremy Sohan, Julian Champagne and Victor Wembanyama were their starting 5. Tonight, Zach Collins and Keldon Johnson are both day-to-day, questionable for the game. And legendary coach Greg Popovich is going to be coaching his team for that win, and he has a lot of potential to use to that end. Head-to-head with the Spurs, 69 regular season games played, and it's 20-49 to the Spurs. The teams have not met this season. Last season was split 1-1, each team winning their home game. Orlando has lost the previous 2 seasons to that. The last road win for Orlando was November the 4th, 2018, having lost 4 straight in San Antonio. And the Magic last won the series in 2008-2009 season. It's a long while ago. Hopefully it's one that we can break this season. Final thought. Don't underestimate this Spurs team, despite their record. They are well coached and they have some good talent, Wembanyama aside. However, yeah, it's all eyes on the last 2 seasons' #1 picks. Both are generational star talents. In January, Paolo Banchero, he's been putting up 25.8 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, 5.6 assists. Wemby, 24.8 points, 9.8 rebounds and 3.3 assists. This is a matchup that you don't want to miss watching. The Magic have played 25 games on the road this season, and 13 of them have been decided by 5 points or less. Incredibly, 9 of those games have been by 3 points or less. It's not doing Magic fans' nerves any good, these road games. No team this season has had more road nail biters than the Magic, and let's hope tonight's not one of them where we can actually take a comfortable win. So, if you enjoyed this preview, please give it a thumbs up, share it, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really does help us. But more importantly, let's go Magic and get that W, one we need. Let's go Magic.